everybody, I'm Patrick, this is Lloyd, and that is Brian. Together we just got done playing Hunting Sasquatch here at the Cloak and Blaster. I think we found the big hairy bastard. Join us for Hunting Sasquatch. Lloyd, Brian's going to tell us all about hunting Sasquatch. Squashes.
So Hunting Sasquatch is a 2 to 5 player dice rolling / pressure luck type of game. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play, in which each of the players are assuming the role of like a Sasquatch hunter. And the hunters, you're going to be dealt out hunter cards, and they all have like special ability on them. And they're also a certain type of color class, which kind of matters when you start exploring. And basically the end of the game can occur when 8 hunters have been deceased, and then you're going to move to scoring victory points.
Sorry, that's a variable for the 3-player game.
Oh, okay.
It changes.
Oh, okay. So it's on a sliding scale. So there's if a certain number of characters are dead, that's one way, and then the other way is when you actually win a location. You get a certain number of certain types of clues to where the Sasquatch is, and if any player gets a certain number of these, and I believe it's 6 in the 3-player game,
yep,
then that'll end the game, and then of course you would move to the scoring condition, and whoever has the most victory points is going to be ultimately the winner of the game. Now, generally, once everyone has their hunter card that's dealt out, then we move to the location cards. So the first player is going to draw a location card at random and put it out, and it's color coded. And your hunter, if it matches the same color, is a doomed hunter, and he's going to die. So that's going to be your very first death of the number of the, moving towards the end of the game condition. However, if it's not the same color, then you're going to go to that location, and now you're going to roll your dice. Your hunter dice are these green dice here, and they all have different symbols on them, like skulls, books, guns, magnifying glasses, cameras. There's 6 different ones, and you're going to roll all of your dice. And then you're going to first have to allocate them to the death column over here. If you happen to fill up your death column, your hunter is dead. However, if you don't fill up the death requirements, and you can then move over to the victory column and fill in over there. If you fill up the victory condition, then you win that location, which is going to get you a number of victory points plus maybe some clues that are going to move you towards the end of the game condition. However, if you're not quite dead and you didn't quite win victory, then you get to roll the fortune dice, I believe it is. And it's basically, you get a 50-50 shot whether you get to re-roll your unallocated dice for that turn. And then if you don't get to re-roll on those, I think it's called the fortune dice or the fate dice. If you roll the trap, then what's going to happen is you're going to get whatever the trap condition is, and usually it's something that's going to cancel out future dice rolls. Now you might think, oh, that makes things makes things tougher, but sometimes it actually makes things at least a little safer, because it'll also cancel out those death dice allocations that are automatically done at the beginning of the turn. So basically, when it's your turn, after there are at least 3 locations on the board, you can choose to either take out a new location, and then you're forced to go to that one, or you can choose to move to explore any one of the 3 locations that are out. Each one's a different number of victory points, and color-coded. You can automatically kill certain hunters on the board. If you lose a hunter, you just get to draw from a new one. So there's no player elimination aspect there.
Each hunter has a different special ability too.
Yeah. So that keeps things spicy. With that, Patrick, what would you say is your favorite thing? Actually, Lloyd, what would you say?
First?
Yeah, is your favorite thing about hunting Sasquatch?
My favorite thing was all the different types of player abilities that are in the game. There's only a couple duplicates of each, so you have, I don't know, it looks 20, 30, maybe even more different special abilities. That changes up the gameplay quite a bit depending on game to game, or even from turn to turn. If you die, you never know what your next power is going to be.
Cool. Patrick, what would you say is your favorite thing about hunting Sasquatch?
It's press your luck. You don't have to roll every single die every single turn. You can choose, do I want to do all 8? Do I want to do 3? Do you want to 5? And man, I'm just getting more and more attached to these press your luck games. Are getting better and better. I mean, it's not just like zombie dice anymore. But Brian Fiore, what's the one that you think is the sexiest thing about hunting Sasquatch?
My favorite thing about hunting Sasquatch is it was pretty simple to get up and going between the rules, and it just seemed very intuitive as to what you're doing with the dice allocation and everything like that. So I'd have to say simplicity in design. But Lloyd, what would you say is the thing that you liked least about Hunting Sasquatch?
Well, the thing I think I liked least, at least during our playthrough, is we had a lot of locations that had 3 or 4 symbols needed a match. So I never really felt compelled to roll anything less than the 8. I always wanted to roll the maximum number of dice because the odds were better in my favor to roll that many dice than to try and say, oh, well, I'm only going to roll 5 this time because I only need 4. The odds just aren't really there because all the symbols are 1 per side. So, I mean, you gotta roll a lot to get it.
I agree with an extent to that because especially once you're behind on points, you're like, oh crap, I got to take the chance.
But, when it comes to dice, more is always better. So, rules less is better, but dice more is better. Anyways, Patrick, what would you say is the thing that you liked least?
It's a simple game. It moves quick, but it doesn't move quick enough. I feel like this game could probably, if they slimmed it down just a little bit more, and I'm sure it wouldn't be hard to tune, they just slimmed it down a little bit more and made the game end just a little bit quicker, it really could hold your attention more and build excitement easier. And if there's one thing that you had to pick that you like the least.
The thing that I like least about Hunting Sasquatch is, for me, the strategy to luck ratio. I think it was a tad bit high on the luck ratio for me. That said, there's a couple different strategic stuff, like when you get those, like which location do I want to try to explore so that I can effectively use these dice cancellation tokens. That and the other strategic point was really like, do I try to kill myself off now to just end the game early? At the point that seemed to be like, oh, we were trying to race to kill ourselves at certain points. But on the whole, I'd probably say it was a tad bit too much luck for me. I prefer just a little bit more strategy. But anyways, Hunting Sasquatch is available on Kickstarter right now, or very, very, very soon. So make sure you jump over there and see if you can find a copy. Discover a
I'm
copy.
Patrick, this is Lloyd, and this is Brian. Thank you for watching Just Got Played. If you're into giant, hairy dudes, this game, you should be all about this game. And obviously you are.
A giant hairy dude.
So am I.
Is this bear hunting or Sasquatch? Is it the same terminology?
I don't think. You're talking about the.
So.
What are you talking about? What do you mean by bear?
Sasquatch,
What's that, Brian?
Isn't it like it's like Deliverance or?